Hi friends, how are you doing today? Charlie and I are here. Welcome. If you are new here, my name is Megan and this is my 6-month-old corgi Charlie. We are doing a video today. Well, I am, but she's here with me for the intro. Today's video is part 2 of Gothuary. So if you saw my previous video, which I will link for you up above, I did a video for the Instagram Warrior Queens Challenge that Lorraine Johnson Coleman put on about, how you can get the winter blues after the height of the holidays. Things start to calm down. It's the new year, kind of back to reality. And so for part 2, we are doing basically pick your poison, deadly flowers, whether they're poisonous flowers or, there are some flowers that give off very terrible, odors and things like that. So we were given a variety of flowers to choose from, and she asked that we choose a minimum of 2 to combine. So Charlie and I picked out some flowers, and we're going to share those with you. So bear with me because I have them on my tablet, and I will share the pictures with you on the screen. So let's see. Okay. The first flower that I chose is called the mask flower, and this flower is native to Central and Western South America, from Mexico to Peru and Chile, and while it has a menacing, evil look to it, it is actually quite harmless. I just liked the peachy colors that are in it, as well as there's a tiny bit of purple in that kind of facial structure, so I thought that was a very interesting flower. The next one I picked out, or that we picked out, is the Nerium oleander. Now this flower is known to be one of the most poisonous from root to tip, so the entire thing is a poisonous flower, and it has this white, pinky, reddish color, and I just liked the combination of that and kind of the ombre effect that it does. So I thought that would be a good one to kind of coincide with the first one. And then the last flower, this one was really more for fun and because, I really want to incorporate purple somewhere, is the Flying Duck Orchid. This one apparently is native to Australia, and the while the flower itself may not be poisonous, the vine is. And so this one just looked fun, and like I said, I just wanted to incorporate some purple. So those are the 3 that I have. I think they would make a very interesting bouquet of flowers, and so those are my deadly poisonous flowers. So if you are interested in seeing that look, then let's get started. All right, so to get started, of course, you want to start with the Chantecaille lip potion. I just think, especially if you're going to put on lipstick or even just gloss, you just want to prep your lips just like you want to, put on a primer or something like that on your eyes or on your face before makeup. It's always nice, especially if you're using a mattifying lipstick or something, and it just helps to, get that area prepped and conditioned and comfortable. So, and then I will do a primer on my eyes. I'm going to use that Milani eyeshadow primer. I used this in my last challenge video, so let's see how this works. And we're just going to put that all over the eyelids and a little above, because I do tend to add shadow all over. Now I already have foundation on, so I will have all of that linked below. I do know that this foundation is more of a summer shade for me. So if it looks a little off on camera, I apologize. It's not my exact match. I still kind of learning how to figure out my shades, and I think this one is a little bit on the warmer side. All right, so for today's video, I am using the Natasha Denona Love Palette. This has a lot of the pinks, purples, burgundies, all those shades, peachy pinks that were in those 3 flowers I chose. So we are just gonna take this and run with it. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I don't know what this is gonna look like. We're just going for it. Along with that, I am going to use probably my Victoria Beckham eyeliner, satin Kajal liner in Fig, because this is a purpley burgundy color. It's a beautiful shade and a beautiful eyeliner. And then I think for mascara, I'm probably going to use the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. I still have that mini, and I have my BK brushes clean. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna check that primer. It feels like it has settled down. So I am going to start, I think I'm gonna start with the shade first, and I'm literally just gonna put this all over, but kind of focus on the inner corner a little bit because I just want that to be a little bit brighter. But we're just gonna use this all over as a nice base shade. I've noticed that the primer doesn't exactly, it might keep it on, but it doesn't really cover anything. So that's why I want to use this shade to kind of even out all of that. And I think you can see that now the base, you know, is a little bit more even toned. You don't see quite as much of those veins. You can still see some up here, but it's not near what it was before doing that. So that just helps to make, you know, a clear path for you. Okay, so now that we have that covered, I think I'm going to take on Valentine and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. And this is just a really pretty kind of light pink shade. This would be a pretty color by itself. You wouldn't have to have, you know, anything else if you just wanted something that's a little, you know, cute, just a little hint of color, something that makes you look a little more awake. This would be a great color for that. I know they say that you can use lavender as well to give you that woken up look, but I think that this particular shade of pink is very nice for that. So that's really pretty. So now we're going to work on the outer corner, and I want to do something a little bit bolder. So I think I'm going to go with Soul, because that's a little darker, but not too dark, because you can always build up if you want. I'm just going to work on that little V out here. Okay, and there you have that. I could probably put just a smidgen more over here to kind of darken that up a little bit more. There we go. That's a little more even then. Okay, so now we're going to try and go in with some of the purples. So I think for kind of in the middle, or maybe even a little bit out there too, I think we're going to go think we're gonna go with Trust, which is this one up here. I've used Dream before, and while it is lighter, sometimes I feel like you don't always see it very well. So I wanna make sure you see this purple. So we're gonna go in with Trust. And I think this is definitely more the shade that I wanted. I am going to take a little bit more Soul on that pointed tip and blend that around a little bit more and blend that in with the purple. Now I think for the bottom I'm going to use that Soul color, and I'm going to put that down here on that lash line and try and bring that up a little bit to help create that wing and that connection. I thought about using Trust, the purple shade, because it's darker, but I think having the lighter shade on the outside is pretty and it's different, and so that will just add to that pretty romantic effect. I think I'm going to use Transparent on the inner corner to give it some shine, and then I'm going to use Pure Love in the middle, which might make it a little more pink than purple, but we'll see how it looks over Trust. I know that because it does have kind of a purple shift to it, it's not just pink, it's kind of a pinky purple, that when you put it over pink, it definitely leans pink. Been the best choice, so we're gonna make sure we tap off that excess and just do a little bit here in the inner corner. We might have wanted to go for the silvery color instead of the rose gold, but I think this will be a little more subtle and it won't necessarily stick out too much, which I didn't want it to be too much. My last video with the blues was very intense for me and very different, and while I really liked the way it turned out, it was more artistic for me rather than a look I would wear. So I was trying to do this in a way that was artistic but toned down a little bit, so if you wanted to make it a bold look and wear it every day, that you could. So now I'm going to take that Pure Love shade and I'm going to put it on my finger, and I'm going to start from the outside in. So I really like the shimmer in that. There wasn't too much fallout. So now I'm going to take the liner, which is actually really low right now. So we'll see how this works and see if I can add to it. Okay, so I think, going to add a little bit more of that Trust color, because I feel like the shimmer kind of took a little bit of it away. I want to bring it up a little bit higher and blend it with that other shade and up to the corner, the inner corner. And then we'll do a little bit more of the shimmer on top. Apologize if you can hear that rustling. The puppies are awake and they're starting to become animated, so I don't know if they'll settle back down. So I will try to do this as best I can. All right, so we're gonna do mascara and lipstick, and I'm not sure which lipstick I'm gonna use, so give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, so I did the mascara and I think that really helped to finish off the look. You've got the pink, the purple, the shimmer. It's all there. It covers all the shades. For my lips, I used the Chantecaille Lip Veil in Honey Pot, which is just a nice, really pretty nude for my lips, but it does have a pink hue to it. And then I used the OFRA lip gloss in Peony. This was part of the Samantha March Life's a Draft collection. So I thought just putting that pinky gloss over it, nice neutral, so it doesn't take away from the eyes. And there you have it. So clips out, hair back down. So it's a great Valentine look or romantic kind of look, but you know, there's a little bit of sultry, sassy, you know, deadly kind of vibe to it. So I think I captured the shades that are in the flowers pretty well. So if you are interested in this collaboration and participating, please do. All the information will be linked below. I'm not 100% sure what the deadline for this look is. It might be the end of February, it might be the first week in March, but I will have that information linked below in the description box, so make sure you have all of that. If you share your look on Instagram, make sure you tag Lorraine. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I have a new series I plan on starting soon. I'm super excited about it, and I really hope that I can help bring something to the community and start to build my community. So please feel free to join in when that starts. So have a wonderful day. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye.